People, so here I am on the 28th of June 2019 in front of the vegetable patch here, and the squashes in the containers are really growing some now, and I thought we could do a little video on the squash plants in the containers and you could have a look at what they look like. So here goes. So bring the old camera phone round. Right now, so here, right, what we have is... This is variety Volskaya something. I believe it's a Russian variety, and the plant stretches from the pot here all the way to here, in amongst the old beetroot. So yes, squash formed here, squash formed here, squash formed here. And yes, so quite happy really. It's in a fair sized pot, I don't know, maybe 20-litre pot, something like that. Little flowers forming here. So there we go. Yeah, another little squash there as well. So that's looking pretty decent. And here, now this is variety Queensland Blue. And this so far is the most vigorous of the plants here. So it starts here in the pot and it grows all the way. It's growing out of the bed now down to here. But it can do what it wants. I'm hoping the vines are going to get huge. Yeah, so these flowers are here, and these were open earlier on today, and they've closed. So they're a flower that doesn't stay out for very long. So quite happy really with how that's coming. You can see the size of the leaves. Look, if I put my hand there, this is the biggest leaf here. Look, watch this. Put my hand here. Look there. So I'm trying to find... Yes, here we go. Now there's a squash formed here, look. There you go, see that? Can't actually find any more, but there will be, I hope. And what else have we got here? Now here, this is variety... Victor Winter Squash. Okay, so that's... let's have a look at that. So that once again starts here, and there you go, got a little squash form there, look. Yep, so that's going to hopefully just continue spreading. And this one here, this, if I'm not mistaken, is Benning's Green Tint Squash. This is a variety, yes, this is Benning's Green Tint, because they're like a sort of a, what one would maybe describe as sort of a, not strange, but a different shaped squash. These date back to the 1900s, and if you continue to pick them, apparently they continue to, produce. So yeah, and you pick these when they're about that big. I'm very intrigued to how these are going to sort of come out really. Trying to find where it's sort of stretched to, but I think it's largely very much grown in like a sort of... So far it's almost grown sort of like marrow or courgette plant like. So there we go. Slightly different shape leaves as well from the other plants. So these, to my understanding, this one, the Victor Winter Squash, the Volskaya and the Queensland Blue, I think they are like long keeping squashes that will keep into the winter if they're kept under the correct circumstances, correct conditions. I think that's a better term than circumstances, isn't it? Yeah, so I've got these growing in Miracle Grow compost. So if you're going to grow squashes in containers, you want to be making sure they are in very good very good sort of nutritional compost, very nutrient rich, because they are indeed very hungry plants. I mean, some of these plants apparently can produce squashes up to 10 pounds in size, in weight. So whether they get that big in these containers, of course, is another, we'll find out basically. But even if you're growing them in the ground, you want to make sure that the soil that they're growing in is very nutritious. I'm working on some compost at the moment, Obviously, if you can make and produce your own compost, then that is ideal. It really is. And there we go. But so if you're going to grow these in containers, especially, make sure your compost is enriched, full of organic matter, ideally, and very sort of good quality compost, because the plants are indeed hungry plants. Okay, but yeah, I'm hoping that these squashes are going to produce some good plants. Good. I'm hoping these. What am I going on about? I'm hoping that these squash plants are going to produce some good squashes, and that way, you know, it'll be worth doing, won't it? So very, very happy indeed with how they're coming on, and I hope they continue that way. So apparently tomorrow it's going to be very hot here in the UK, up to about 34 degrees C. Apparently in parts of Europe, like Spain, it's up to about 45 degrees C this weekend, something like that. So, peeps, make sure you take care in the heat. If you're out there down your allotment or in your garden, digging away and pruning away, don't dehydrate yourself. But yeah, so coming on very well here. New things sort of appearing every day. All right, now that's lovely. So. You can all take care, speak soon, and enjoy the rest of your evening.